start class by just connecting with our breath in a comfortable seated position, up on blankets, maybe one, maybe two. The idea is to take some of the pressure off our hamstrings, off our lower back. So if you feel rounded in your lower back, prop your sit bones up on 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 blankets, whatever's comfortable. So to get into Sukhasana, we're gonna put our legs straight out in front of us, flex our feet. And if you're right-handed, take your left leg over your right leg, fold under, letting your ankles and your feet support your knees. And you may have to move your legs out in front of you. You may need to bring them in. And if your legs are up a little bit, if it feels like you need to hold them up, it's best to get some blocks, prop them under you. So go ahead and you can use some blocks too. See how it feels. Maybe right here.
Doesn't need to be propped up that high though?
No, whatever is comfortable for you. Find a height that works so that you don't feel like you're holding your legs up. They can rest. We're gonna get into a comfortable, we wanna be comfortable. We don't want any avoidable discomfort here. So in Sukhasana, in a comfortable seated position, sit bones on the blanket. Place your hands, either palms up or palms down on your knees. Sit up straight. Crown of the head, stretch to the ceiling, spine in line with the crown of your head. And you can put your hands up or you can put your hands down, whatever's more comfortable for you. And go ahead and relax. If you find your hands are clenched, relax your fingers and let them rest on your knees. If you choose to have your palms down. Let your fingers be calm. Let them be still. Sitting up straight. Closing your eyes. Chin parallel with the floor. You can close your eyes if you'd like to here. We're going to observe our breath, and to observe our breath, that requires us to turn inward. And if you don't feel comfortable closing your eyes here, it's perfectly acceptable to pick one spot on the wall to focus on. Starting with the exhale, observe your exhale. Observe your inhale. Observe the length of your inhale. Observe the length of your exhale. Watch the transition from inhale to exhale, and exhale to inhale. Make that smooth. Watch it become smooth. The breath is soft. The breath is gentle. Few breaths. On inhale, you feel the breath move up from the base of your spine through the crown of your head. On exhale, you feel the breath move back down through your spine and into the earth. Few more breaths in observation. When you're ready, take one of your blocks out in front of you. Let me get you guys more blocks. Keep the blocks there. We're gonna work your arms. So I want you to be in a comfortable position And you're already in a comfortable position here. So I'm going to get 2 blocks. One for you. One for you. And take the block this way. Place the block between your palms. I want your entire palm and each and every base knuckle of your fingers to be on the block, so your fingers will stick out just a little bit. Block straight out in front of you, pressing evenly into the palm and the 5 base knuckles. Feel your forearms resist toward each other, looking straight ahead. Arms are straight. Elbows want to go to the ceiling. Outer upper arms hugging the bone. Exhale, feel your sit bones grounding into the blanket. Your thigh bones are heavy, and on inhale, feel your torso, the fronts, the back sides of your body, out the crown of your head, grow to the ceiling. Again, pressing into the block evenly. Forearms come toward each other. Outer upper arms hug the bone, and the inner upper arms are hugging the bone. One more breath here. Inhale up. Exhale down. And on your next exhale, let the block come to your lap. Come on. Come on, Grant. Take a few recovery breaths. So on exhale, coordinating the movement with the breath, let the block come to your lap. Straight arms. Take a few breaths here. We're going to do it one more time. I want you guys to pay attention to how your arms are in this position. This is how I want them to look when you're in down dog. Your hands, yes, yes. Do you see? Okay. All right, so let's do it one more time. Warming up our muscles. Block resting in your lap. Exhale here, and on exhale, focus on your thigh bones heavy, your sit bones grounding into your block, and that will help you extend your torso out the crown of your head toward the ceiling. Exhale here. On your next inhale, coordinating the movement within the breath, raise the block to shoulder height. Exhale, focus on your ground. Focus on your sit bones grounding into your blanket. Pressing in through the palms of your hands, all 5 base knuckles. Forearms resist toward each other, arms straight. Outer upper arms hugging the bone, inner upper arms hugging the bone. Energy coming out through your fingertips. On inhale, from your belly button through your sternum, front and back sides of the body. Grow evenly up, relaxing the base of the neck. Exhale, one more time here. Straight arms, straight arms. Inhale, coordinating the movement with the breath. See if you can raise the block just a little bit higher, keeping your arms straight. Exhale here. Inhale one more time. Any amount, take the block, any amount higher with straight arms, muscles hugging the bones. Coordinating the movement with the breath. On your next exhale, let the block come down. Very good. Now, come into a child's pose. Grab the block you have in your hand. Move your blanket toward the end of your mat. Take one of your blocks. I'm going to borrow one of your blocks. put it in between your ankles and your heels. So make sure that as best as you can, your ankle is toward the block. So it's between your ankles.
So like sitting on it?
Yeah, you're kind of like, yes. So your ankles, you can feel your ankles into the block, your ankles and your heels. And if you feel uncomfortable, you can use 2 blocks. Do you need 2 blocks in this position? Are you sure? Don't be uncomfortable. Remember, we don't need avoidable discomfort. It's not okay. Take 2 blocks. Good. We want to line up our knees with our hips. Knees with the hips. Second toe in line with the knee, ankles hugging into the block. Outer ankles come in to hug the block. Yeah. Sometimes we like to dump in our ankles. Our outer ankles come out, which allows us to flatten on the floor, but it's a false opening. So bring your outer ankles toward the block. Big toe, little toe pressing into the ground. Second toe in line with the middle of your heel, in line with your ankle. Knees in line with your second toe. Knees in line with the hips. So everything's hip width apart here. Just like we did in the blanket, find the ground into the blocks with your sit bones. Very good. Take your block in front of you, the long ways, this way. Hands on your thighs, palms facing down. Coordinating the movement with the breath. Inhale, raise the hands overhead. Exhale, while continuing to ground your sit bones, just fold forward and grab that block with your palms, like we did. Position the block so that the palms are flat against the block, all 5 base knuckles. Looking at the block. Pressing into the block with your complete full palm and all 5 base knuckles. Forearms resist toward each other, arms are straight. Outer upper arms hug the bone. Inhale, find the length. Exhale, root your sit bones. Thigh bones heavy, shin bones heavy. Outer ankles come toward the block. Big toe, little toe pressing into the ground. Top of the foot, if it's not touching the ground, is going into the direction of the block. Holding the block. Inhale, one more time here. On your next exhale, keeping your upper arms, your forearms, exactly where they're at. Arms are straight. Exhale, turn your right palm down onto the ground. Disrupting your arms as little as possible. Exhale, turn your left hand down. Keeping your upper arms exactly where they're at. Looking at your block. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, take your block. Pressing into your block. Yes, like he is. Take a moment, look at your left bicep, look at your right bicep. See how it's aligned. Pressing into the block, arms straight. Pressing into the block, arms straight. Outer upper arms hug the bone. Shoulders away from the ears, arms straight, arms straight. A lot of the times we go to the gym, we do a bunch of curls. It makes our biceps, makes our arms not straight. Outer upper arms hug the bone. And look at your arms. Relax the base of your neck, broaden your collarbone. Now, on exhale, keeping your upper arms exactly where they're at. On exhale, turn just your palms on the ground. Oh, did you feel how your arm turned out? So what we tend to do, you guys, on your next inhale, come to a comfortable position. We're going to take a break. I'm going to explain what happens. So I'm getting them ready for a down dog. And what tends to happen in down dog And he doesn't know what down dog is yet, but I'm going to teach you. What happens is that we go into down dog and we internally rotate our shoulders. We dump into our armpits. So this is what we're doing. Well, when we're in down dog, this gives us a sense that our chest is open because we're dumping into our shoulder space, our shoulder joint. And you can dump forever there depending on the muscles. So you're really not taking that flexibility into your chest. You're taking it into your shoulders. And you're teaching your muscles a very dysfunctional way to be. You're downloading this. You're downloading your arms to be internally rotated, your chest to be closed off. And we don't want that. What we want is this, hands to your sides. On inhale, I want you to turn out from your armpits, bring your hands up to shoulder height, palms facing the ceiling, fingers in line with your shoulder heads. Frankie loves to yawn during yoga class. This is my second class. I'm going to do something every time you yawn. You have a carrying angle. I love it. Okay. Fingertips reaching out like they want to touch the wall on either side of you. Fingertips in line with the shoulder heads. Palms facing directly to the ceiling. Fingers together, fingers gentle. Very good. Exhale, focus on your ground, keeping your hands, your palms facing the ceiling. And it helps to imagine you have a shelf underneath your arms. There's a shelf underneath your arms. And it's causing you to push down against, but your arms aren't moving. And your outer upper arms, they hug the bone. Your biceps hug the bone. Your forearm muscles hug the bone. And the energy is shooting out. On your next exhale, leaving your upper arms exactly where they're at, turn just your palms down on exhale. Inhale, one more time here, find the length. Exhale, bring your hands straight down to your side, coordinating the movement with the breath. Let the movement last as long as the breath. Now, inhale, take your arms straight out in front of you. Palms facing each other, about shoulder width apart. This is the anatomical position for your arms to be in. Inhale here. Exhale, fold forward, pick up that block.
Pick it up.
Well, like that. I like that. Palm on the block. All 5 base knuckles pressing into the block evenly. Arms straight, looking at your block, arms straight, outer upper arms, tricep muscles hug the bone, forearms resist toward each other. The power here is coming from the palms of your hands and all 5 base knuckles. Focus on your pinky side of your hand to activate your outer upper arms into your latissimus dorsi muscles. Let your latissimus dorsi muscle, it's a huge muscle, let it help you here. Let it wrap around and hug your body. Focus on your forefinger, your pointer finger, and your thumb knuckle to help bring your bicep toward the bone. Broadening in your collarbone. Good. And on your next exhale, keeping your upper arms, keeping your forearms where they are, straight arms. Exhale, turn your palms one at a time, flat onto your mat. Trying to keep this in. Broadening your collarbone, outer upper arms hug the bone. You're not overly hugging the bone. You're taking it to that place you found when your palms were facing each other. Very good. Pressing into the ground, outer upper arms hugging the bone. On your next inhale, come back up to sitting. remove the block. Put it to the side. Hands resting on the thighs. Inhale, coordinating the movement with the breath. Raise your arms over the head. Let the movement last as long as the breath. It happens just within the breath. The breath happens, the movement starts. Exhale, fold all the way forward, trying to keep your sit bones grounded into your block. Don't let them come up. So only go as far forward as you can. You're stretching out. Don't let your arms twist out. Keep the outer upper arms hugging the bone. Remember what we downloaded into our muscle memory with the block. Outer upper arms hug the bone. Forearms resist toward each other. And we're pressing into the palms of our hands and our 5 base knuckles evenly. Focusing on our pinky muscle to help activate the latissimus dorsi muscle to wrap around our body. Outer upper arms hug the bone. Hands shoulder width apart. Let your fingers gently spread open like little gentle sun rays. The power doesn't come from your fingertips. The power comes from the 5 base knuckles in the palm of your hands. So don't grip with your hands. Let them just reach out. Outer upper arms hugging the bone, arms straight. Forearms resist toward each other. Keep them straight. Keep your arms exactly how they are. Inhale, come up to tabletop. Hips land over the knees. Toes in line with the knee. Outer ankles continue to hug the block. Big toe, little toe, top of the foot presses into the ground. Good. Inhale, find length from your belly button through your sternum. Looking between your hands. Your hands should be about 2 inches in front of your shoulders here. Outer upper arms coming in toward the nose. Outer upper arms, just like that. Spread your fingers, press evenly into the, good. Abdomen, chest, resist gravity. Inhale one more time here, find length in your spine, out the crown of your head, looking between your hands, keeping your arms super duper duper straight. Don't let them flip out. Curl your toes under, exhale. Thighs up and back into down dog. All the way back, up and back. Let me show you, down dog. Down dog. Down dog. You got a sweat going already? It's okay, it's hot in here. So, down dog. Curling your toes under, thighs up and back. Bringing your arms in line with your ears. Good. Nope, nope, nope. Come back down into tabletop. Don't move your arms. Come back into tabletop. So, tabletop, hips over the knees, toes behind the knees, outer ankles hugging the block. They still have their block there. Outer ankles hugging the block, yes. Knees hip width apart, feet hip width apart, hugging the block. Arms 2 inches in front of you. Or palms, wrists, hands 2 inches in front of your shoulders. Inhale into tabletop. And you can spread your fingers just a little bit. Good. And Frankie, for you, we're going to turn out just a hair because you have a carrying angle. I'll talk to you about that later. You're going to be really good. There we go. So now that we know, and you can turn yours out just a little bit too. Good. Arms straight. Forearms resist toward each other. Abdomen, chest resisting gravity. Hips over the knees. Press your big toe, little toe, top of the foot into the ground. Outer ankles hugging the block. Second toe in line with the heel. Second toe in line with the middle of the ankle. Good. Inhale here. Keeping your arms exactly how they are. Keeping your hands exactly where they're at. Exhale back. Curl your toes under. Exhale back into down dog. Let your thighs bring you up and back. Taking your ears in line with your arms. Frankie. Looking between your toes. Curl your toes under. You can do it. Yeah, curl your toes under. Look at the ground. Take your thighs up and back. Yes. Keeping your arms how they were. Look between your toes. Look between your toes. Big toe, little toe, pressing evenly into the ground. The energy coming out of your heels, if they're not touching the ground, is even on the inner and outer heel. Thighs lift. Inner thighs go to the ceiling. Inhale, find length. Keeping your arms straight. Outer upper arms hug the bone. Forearm resist toward each other. Press into the palm and all 5 base knuckles. Find your root. Look between your toes. Find length in your spine. That's beautiful. Thighs strong, looking between your toes. Nice, soft, easy respirations. We're holding this for a few breaths here. Thighs go back. Sit bones want to touch the area where the wall and ceiling meet. Don't walk your hands back. One more breath here. Exhale, all your breath. Shift down, back into tabletop. When you hit tabletop, initiate your inhale. Inhale here. Exhale back onto your block. We left the door open to the basement, so the pets are coming to do yoga too. They must know. Take a few breaths, Frankie. Break time's over. Let's move. Okay, one more time. Let's do this. I got to teach you down dog. We're going to do one more down dog, and then we're going to move to Surya Namaskar A. So, hands on your block or on your thighs, looking straight ahead. Exhale here, coordinating the movement with the breath. On your next inhale, raise your hands over your head. Exhale, fold forward, keeping your sit bones grounded. Reaching out, hands in line with the shoulders. Inhale, up into tabletop. Hips over the knees, toes pointing straight back in line with the knees. Shoulders about 2 inches behind your wrist, fingers nicely spread open. Pressing into the palm and the base knuckles, forearms resist toward each other. Outer upper arms hugging the bone. Chest and abdomen resisting gravity. Inhale from your belly button through the sternum, out the crown of your head. Feel your spine grow. On your next exhale, curl your toes under. Let your thighs push you up and back into down dog. Big toe, little toe, pressing into the ground evenly. The energy coming out of your inner and outer heel are the same. Outer ankles come into the body. Looking between your toes. Looking between your toes. Frankie, you can turn your hands out just a hair. Turn them out. Yeah, I'll work on that with you later. Looking between your toes. Inhale, find length. Keeping your outer upper arms in, using your latissimus dorsi muscles. Using them to help hold you. From your middle finger through your sit bones, find length. One more breath here. Inhale, find length. Exhale, press into your hands, press into your feet. Legs take you back even further. Sit bones want to go to the place where the wall and the ceiling meet. Exhale here. Walking your hands back to your feet one at a time, bending your knees if you have to. Bending your knees if you have to. Inhale, halfway up, straighten your spine. Exhale, take your hands to your hips. On your next inhale, come all the way up with a straight spine. Come to the front of your mat. Samastitihi. Samastitihi is the first part of Sun Salutation. It's the blueprint for all the poses. It's the center you come to gain composure. So to do that, bring your feet together. Whatever touches first, whether it's the knuckle of your big toe, whatever touches first. Toes in one line. Find the four corners of your feet. Big toe, little toe, outer heel, inner heel. You'll notice it makes a crescent moon shape on your feet, in your ground, the place that's touching the earth. It's a crescent moon shape from your big toe, little toe, outer heel, inner heel. Distribute that weight evenly. Press into that space evenly, those 4 points. Let your outer ankles come toward the midline and feel your inner heels want to move out. It's an action. It's a very subtle movement. Do you feel that? When you do that, when you press down into the ground, you can feel that motion. Lift, flex, activate the fronts of your thighs up. Inner thighs go back. Butt flesh shifts toward your heel, and you find a neutral pelvis. Sit bones over the heels. Thighs firm, butt relaxed. Hamstring muscles are relaxed. They're broadening back. They're blossoming out toward the back of your body. Fingers to your side. Ears over your shoulders. Grow tall at the length of your head. Good. Relax the base of your neck. Base of your neck is relaxed. And to help relax the base of your neck, make your arms straight, fingers reaching out like we did earlier, like they want to touch the ground. So fingers reaching down like they want to touch the ground. It will help relax the base of your neck. Very good. Exhale here, focus on your ground, your legs, your feet. On your next inhale, turn your palms out. Take your hands all the way overhead and make them straight. And only go back as far as you can that your arms are straight. Now clasp your thumbs. And we're going to do more arm work here. Fingers pointing straight to the ceiling. Take them down just a little bit. Feel the outer upper arms hugging the bone. Energetically pull your thumbs apart. You will find that this will help you. It'll give you resistance to relax the base of your neck and to bring your outer upper arms toward the bone, to straighten your arms. Pull, pull. Exhale here, focus on your ground. Inhale, take your arms up just a few more inches. Inhale, without crunching the base of your neck, without bending your arms. Exhale, press into your feet. Lift on those frontal pelvic bones, shifting the butt flesh to your heels. Inhale one more time here. Grow out the length of your crown. Front part of your body, back part of your body, growing evenly up. On your next exhale, let your hands come down. Coordinating the movement within the breath. Hands to your side. Fingers pointing straight down, nice and tall. Look, one point on the wall. Exhale here. On your next inhale, turning from your armpits, bringing your palms all the way up, out in front of you, straight. Pressing into your palms here. Just like we did into the block, the palms and the 5 base knuckles pressing into your hand. Outer upper arms hug the bone, forearms resist toward each other, but the base of the neck is relaxed. Your trapezius muscles, they're coming down your back like a waterfall. Inhale, take it up a few more inches. Exhale, focus on your root without letting those bottom ribs jut out. Press into the palm of your hand. Forearms come together. Outer upper arms hugging the bone, looking straight ahead. Take them up a little bit higher, little bit higher, little bit higher. Exhale here. Press into the palm of your hand, looking straight forward. Respiration smooth or soft. Outer upper arms hug the bone. Looking straight ahead. Exhale, let your hands come down. We're going to take it a step further. Hands to your side, reaching down. Come to your Samasthiti. Find your root through your feet. The thighs are strong. Pelvic bones lifted, sit bones over the heels. Looking straight ahead. Chin parallel with the ground. Reach down with your fingertips. Exhale, one more time. On your next inhale, turning out from your armpits, bringing your hands all the way overhead. Coordinating the movement within the breath. Initiate the breath, move. Let the movement last as long as the breath. Arms straight, looking straight ahead. One more time, grow in length. Inhale, up, grow in length. Exhale, coordinating the movement with the breath. Bring your hands out to your side, folding forward, bending your knees if you have to. So, bending your knees if you have to. Okay. Take a few breaths here. Look at your shin bones. Look at your shin bones. Inhale, halfway up, straight spine. Exhale, take your hands to your hips. And your inhale, with a very straight spine, come all the way up. Okay, so I want you guys to use some blocks. We're going to take 2 blocks. If you have to bend your knees, use blocks for this, and then we'll move them out of the way. And the reason being is if you have to bend your knees, then your hamstrings need to open. And as long as you're bending your knees, the hamstrings are not going to open. Oops. I should have put rule number 1, silence your phone before class. Look at that. How long has that been like that? Oh well. Oh well. It is what it is. I need to figure that out. I need a thing. Okay, break time over. And I don't know, you're going to have to put the blocks as high as you need them when you come over to keep your straight legs. Now we don't want to kill it here. We don't want to put undue pressure or discomfort, avoidable, right? We don't want any avoidable discomfort. So if you start feeling like your lower back is pulling, or your hamstrings are stretching a little too more than you would like them to, put the block higher. So there's 3 ways. There's this way you can put the block. There's this way. There's this way. Is it only 3 ways? Maybe more. 1, 2, 3. Anyways, you get the point. Put it as high as you need it. If you need 2 blocks, you need 2 blocks. If you need 4, you need 4. If you need a chair, you need a chair. So, the idea is to have straight legs to try to open the hamstrings up. That's a great thing about props. It allows us to find space within our body. We're finding space within our body by using a prop. Okay, exhale, hands to your sides. Find your Samasthiti, look forward. Straight ahead. Find one spot. Exhale here, straight ahead. Straight ahead. Don't let your eyes wander in yoga. Turn inward. Pick one spot, focus, concentration. You see that Om? Do you see the diamond? I want you to stare at that spot. That is your yoga today. Listen to my instructions, but pick one spot to stare at. Okay? Pick one spot to stare at. See if you can do it. Challenge yourself. Because sometimes in life we look around, our eyes move so much that we have to relearn how to focus our concentration. And that's where the magic happens. Exhale here. And you can look at me if you have to. But you can look at me also with your peripheral vision. So exhale here. On your next inhale, coordinating the movement with the breath, turn your arms out from the armpits, bringing your hands all the way overhead. Inhale, grow in length. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, bring your hands down, keeping your legs straight. Bring your hands to your blocks to the floor. Fingertips in line with your toes, if you can. Folding forward, looking at your shin bones. Pressing into the four corners of your feet, like we talked about. Thighs lift. Inner thighs go back. And watch this. This makes it a little harder. I apologize ahead of time. Shift your hips over your heels. Sit bones over the heels. Always, always, always. Feel that. Exhale here. Breathe through it. Soft, easy respirations. If you need another block, I have one, Frankie. Do you need more? Come up onto your fingertips if you have to. Stretching. Look at your shins. Let your head curve a little bit. Drop your head. Let go of the length. Breathing in and out through your nose. Looking at your shin bones. Feel the stretch in your spine. Legs straight, thighs lifted, inner thighs back. Sit bones over the heels. Inhale, halfway up. Inhale, halfway up, straight spine. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Inhale with a straight spine all the way up to standing. Very good. Take a few breaths here. Grant, go. How are you opening the door? It opens out, so it's impossible that he's opening that door. But he is a shepherd mix, so maybe they're really smart. Okay, we're gonna do we're adding legs now. You guys ready for legs? We're almost done. Legs and plank. So, we're gonna stay on our blocks for this. If you needed your blocks, stay on your blocks. I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do. We're in Samasthiti. Maybe I need to go here so I'm all on the camera. Exhale here. Inhale, up. Exhale, fold forward. And you don't have to do it with me. Just watch. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, bend. Inhale, step back into plank. Okay? Actually, we're going to hang out and lunge for a while. So, when you step back into lunge, I want you to stay on your blocks. And then right before we move into plank, then you can move your blocks out of the way. So, blocks ready, find your Samasthiti, fingers reaching down, standing up straight. Standing up straight, looking straight forward, picking your spot to stare at. Exhale here. Inhale, turning your armpits out, bringing your hands all the way overhead. Exhale, bring them out. Folding forward, taking your hands to your block. Inhale, halfway up, take the tips of your shoulder blades into your chest. Maybe take your gaze forward a little bit. Exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, step your right leg back into a high lunge. And step your foot back as far back as you possibly can. Because coming up onto your toes. Move your blocks back a little bit. So your right foot steps back. Fingers in line with the toes if you can. So bring your blocks back even more. Knee stays over your ankle. It does not come in front of your ankle. Right leg steps back. Right leg is straight. Front thigh lifts. Inner thigh goes to the ceiling. Don't bend that right knee. Looking straight between your hands. Fingers in line with the toes. I like your high lunge. Jose, it's good. Very good, Jose. So he's got straight arms, head in line with the spine, looking straight between your hands. Left hip doesn't jut out. Left hip shifts in midline so that you're not collapsing. That is beautiful. And you could step back even more. Yes, like that. So heel over the toes in this. You've stepped back enough that your heels are over your toes. So your heels are not over your toes. But look at your toe. Left hip firms in. Weight distributed on the front of the left heel. When your legs bent, look at your toes. Take a few breaths here. Exhale, focus on your ground. That straight right leg. Inner thigh goes back, pressing in through the front of your heel of your left leg. Inhale, find strength, find length through your sternum. Exhale one more time here. On your next inhale, step your left leg back. Actually, on your next exhale, I want you to move your blocks out of the way. Bring your fingertips to the ground. And then on your next inhale, step your left leg back into plank, top of a push-up. Top of the push-up. Looking at the ground. Plank. We're going to have to work on plank here. You guys can hold plank for a while, you think? Okay. Take your feet. No, look at the ground. Look at the ground. I want your feet hip width apart. Big toe, little hip width apart. Your hips are not that wide. Hip width apart. Heels shift. They're landing directly over your toes. Shift your weight forward. Walk forward if you have to with your hands. Your toes are curled in. Yes. Yes. Thighs up. Legs are straight. Inner thighs go to the ceiling. Butt flesh shifts toward your heels. Arms, hands, under your shoulder, arms straight. Abdomen, chest resist gravity. You're not collapsing between your shoulder blades. Bring your body up, up, up. Put your shoulder blades flat on the body. Look at the ground. Few more breaths here, guys. Few more breaths. Feel this area you're collapsing. Looking at the ground. Exhale here. And then inhale, come into tabletop. Bring your knees to the ground. Knees to the ground. Knees to the ground. That needs some work, guys. That needs some work. So, we're going to start in tabletop now, because that definitely needs some work. Top of the push-up. I think we're taught to do push-ups wrong. And there's no wrong, there's no right. There's anatomically correct, right? What's anatomically correct? To align your nadi, to align your nerves, to align your blood vessels, to help the blood flow, to let the oxygen flow, to let the prana flow. So I'm giving you guys a little break. Can you tell? Let's come into tabletop. Just go into tabletop. Okay? In this tabletop, it's okay. Let's position our wrist. Not as if we're going into down dog, but as if we're going into plank. So position your wrist underneath your shoulder heads. Look at your wrist creases, the little wrinkly line where your hand and your wrist meet. Line that up parallel with the front of your mat. Line up the middle finger with the middle of the wrist. Frankie, for you, this is good to start, and then I want you to always turn out a little bit. Frankie has a carrying angle, and I'll talk about that in a future video, but I want him actually to line up his wrist and then turn him out a little bit. Okay, just like in the work we did before, and you can bring your hands in just a hair. Line up the middle finger with the middle of the wrist with the shoulder head. Yeah. Forearms resist toward each other, pressing in evenly into the palm of your hand and 5 base knuckles. Outer upper arms hug the bone. And our chest and our abdomen resist gravity. So the area between our shoulder blades, Don't create a valley there. Don't let it sink. Don't let your chest fall to the ground. Lift your chest. And it's going to feel like you're rounding a little bit. But what we want our shoulder blades to be flat on our back. Neck long, crown of the head extending out. Very good. Take your knees hip width apart. Hip width apart. Yep. Toes in line with your knees. Big toe, little toe pressing into the ground. No, we're flat-footed here. Big toe, little toe, top of the foot pressing into the ground. Beautiful. Now, creating that strong fill here. Feel here, Frankie. You're dumping in between your shoulder blades. Straighten your arms. Fill here. Straighten your arms. Fill here. Good. Broaden your collarbone. Good. On inhale, step back into plank. Both legs at a time. Inhale, step back into plank. Straighten your legs behind you. Yes. Feet hip width apart. Step back even more for you. Don't shift your weight back. Keep your shoulders over your wrists, looking straight between your hands. Bring your outer upper arms in. Good. Better, marginally better. Yes, I like this. Walk your toes back just a hair. We really want to try to get our heels to stack over our toes. Now in this, it's just like down dog. Your fronts of the thighs lift to the ceiling. Your inner thighs go up. Butt flesh shifts to your heels. Abdomen, chest resist gravity. You're feeling in between the shoulder blades, so don't dump your chest. Looking straight ahead. Looking straight, or actually not straight ahead, straight in between your hands. Inhale, one more time here. Exhale, push back into down dog. Good. One more breath here. After your next exhale, hold. Shift into tabletop. And once you're in tabletop, initiate an inhale. You guys did really good. Let's do it again. These come in threes, by the way. And then we'll start along. You guys did really well with your high lunge. So you guys need a quick break. All right, tabletop. Tabletop. Hips over the knees. Knees hip width apart. Feet hip width apart. Toes pointing straight back. Toes in line with the knee. Big toe, little toe pressing into the ground. Top of the foot pressing down toward the mat. Outer ankles hug in. Inner heels hug out. Abdomen, chest resisting gravity. Palms, wrist creases are directly underneath your shoulders here. And you might want to move forward a little bit. Remember, we're stepping back. Move all the way forward. Move the whole story forward because you're going to step back into plank. Remember, you're stepping back into plank here, so you'll be using the entire length of your mat. Line up your wrist creases. Fix your fingers. Hands. Remember, middle finger in line with your wrist. Wrist, middle finger in line with your shoulder heads. So your hands are shoulder width apart. Pressing evenly into the palm and 5 base knuckles. Forearms resisting toward each other. Outer upper arms, inner upper arms hug the bone. Straighten your arms. And yeah, very good. Find it. And when you're ready, inhale, step back into plank. Step back as far as you need to find your plank. Find your plank. Feet hip width apart. Feet hip width apart. Yep, find your plank. And this takes practice. Eventually you'll train your muscles so that you step back, bam, you're in plank. That's your yoga. Bam, you're in plank. It's important to follow and watch your transition. So the fronts of your thighs lift, legs are straight, inner thighs want to go to the ceiling, butt flesh shifts toward your heels so you're not dumping into your lower back. Looking straight ahead. Pick one point, No need to look at anyone else because Frankie hasn't done this class either. Good. Forearms resist toward each other. Outer upper arms hug the bone. Shoulder blades come flat on the body, so fill this area. Abdomen, chest resist gravity. On your next exhale, push back into down dog. Down dog, not child's pose, but okay, child's pose. Good. Okay, let's come to the front of our mat. Now you guys know plank. Marginally better here. Stand in Samasthiti at the front of your mat. Yeah. Stand at the front of your mat. Samasthiti. Did you guys get an arm workout so far? You're okay? No? Okay, let's work the legs now. Okay. Find your Samasthiti. I'm not going to look. I want to see how well you guys know Samasthiti. Find your Samasthiti. Find your center. And I'm going to just turn off this projector. It's not working and my music is off too. That's okay. Find your Samasthiti. And I'm going to check. I want to see how good your Samasthiti is. So pick one point on the wall. I want to see how good your Samasthiti is. Not bad. Marginally better. I like it. Pick one spot. Or close your eyes. Because really, Samasthiti is a place we come to find our center, to gain composure, to go inward. It's actually the beginning point that all other standing postures move from. So it is the innermost standing posture. It's the beginning. It's the end. So exhale one more time here. On your next inhale, coordinating the movement with your breath, turning out from your armpits. Hands come overhead, arms straight. Exhale, fold forward, arms come down wide. Getting your blocks ready. You want to do it one more time? Yeah, let's do it one more time. Got to get your blocks ready. Remember, always have your blocks in place. Get them ready. Exhale here. Samasthiti. Looking straight forward. Coordinating the movement with the breath. Inhale, turn out from your armpits. Great big circle. Extending the fingers out. Bring your palms together. Exhale, bring your hands out. Big wide circle. Fold forward. Bringing your hands to the floor or the blocks. Inhale, halfway up, straighten the spine. Taking the tips of the shoulder blades into the chest. Taking your gaze out in front of you a little bit. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, step your left leg back to high lunge. Right leg lifted, right leg straight. Fronts of the thigh want to touch the ceiling, inner thigh want to touch the ceiling. Toes directly underneath your heels. Directly underneath your heels. So position yourself. Knee lands over the ankle. So come forward a little bit. Step your toes back underneath your heels. Right leg straight. Left hip doesn't jut out, it comes in. Use your blocks. Use your blocks. Second toe in line with the knee. Bring your blocks to here. Come up onto your fingertips if you need to. Come up onto your fingertips if you need to. So your right leg is bent. You can bring this, yeah, we want it right under that. How's that? So right knee is bent. Weight is focused on the front of your heel. Heel in line with your second toe in line with the middle of your heel, second toe in line with your knee. Don't let your knee come beyond the second toe. Keep it in line. Protect your knee. Make the pose more effective. Right hip comes into midline. Not letting it jut out. Very good. Pressing in through your inner heel. Right outer hip hugs the bone. Left leg. Oh, you're throwing me off. You're backward. Now you're going to have to do it 2 times on the other leg. Oh, actually, you're not backward. You're backward. You have to do it 2 more times. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. Exhale here. No, keep your legs straight. I didn't say come out of it. Look at your toes. Exhale here. Shift your blocks out of the way. Get your fingertips on the ground. Inhale, step back into plank. Feet hip width apart. Always hip width apart. Heels over the toes. Big toe, little toe pressing into the ground. Fronts of the thighs lift. Butt flesh shifts toward your heels. Don't stick the butt up. Let it shift. Abdomen, chest resisting gravity. Fill in between your shoulder blades. Pressing in through the palms of your hands. Forearm resist toward each other. Outer upper arms hug the bone. One more breath here. On your next exhale, shift all the way back into down dog. 2 breaths here. Arms straight, pressing in through your hands. Forearms resist toward each other. Outer upper arms hug the bone, looking between your toes. Fronts of the thighs lift. Inner thighs go back. On your next exhale, hold. And then walk your hands back. Inhale here, halfway up. Straight spine, halfway up. Exhale, put your hands to your hips. Inhale all the way up with a straight spine. Come to the front of your mat. Samastitihi. We're going to move through this fast, and then I'll let you guys have Savasana. Samastitihi. I taught you Samastitihi. Very good. Feet together. Good. Samastitihi. We're going to move through this. This is your final exam. This is your test. For the class, not forever. It's okay. Trust that your body has learned the movements, that you've downloaded the memory into your muscles. Looking one point in front of you, standing up nice and tall. Exhale, focus on your root. Inhale, turning out from your armpits, bring your hands overhead, big wide circle. Bring your hands together, arms straight, arms straight. Bring your arm down just a hair, straight. On your next exhale, let your hands fall to the side. Coming down, finding your blocks, bending forward, finding your root. In your feet, thighs lift, legs are straight. Come up to your fingertips if you need to, or more blocks, legs straight. Lift your thighs. Breathing soft and smooth here. We're going to take a few breaths here. Couldn't quite do it. Shift your hips over your heels. Looking at your toes. Inhale, take the tips of your shoulder blades into your chest. Take your gaze forward just a hair, halfway up, halfway up. Exhale, bend your knees. Take your blocks out of the way. Put your hands flat on the floor, bending your knees if you have to, maybe taking them forward a little bit. And then inhale, step back into plank. All the way. We're going straight into plank, no high lunge, straight into plank. No, you don't have to jump, just step. You're not ready for jumping yet. Find your plank. So the art here is, how are we going to find our plank? We step back, we find our plank. Practice it at home. Okay, practice going from that position to stepping back and being in plank. That's your yoga. That's your homework. Hands underneath the shoulders. Hands underneath the shoulders. Hands underneath the shoulders. Good. Outer upper arms, forearms resist toward each other. Arms straight. Abdomen, chest resist gravity. Good. Big toe, little toe pressing into the ground. Weight evenly coming out of your heels. Energetically, your heels want to go back, but they don't move. Fronts of the thighs lift. Straight, butt flesh shifts toward your heels. On your next exhale, shift back into down dog. Hold this position just a little bit. Trying not to walk your hands back. Keep your hands where they are. Arms straight, forearms resist toward each other. Oh, I keep forgetting you have a carrying angle. Sorry, Frankie, we're going to work on that later. Yeah. Exhale here. After exhale, walk your hands back to your feet. Holding after exhale. Inhale, halfway up, straight spine, halfway up, looking at the ground. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Inhale with a super straight spine all the way up. Good job, guys. You guys got a sweat going. Did you get a little bit of a, you didn't get as much of a leg workout, but you guys, I had to work you guys so much in your
Good.
It did. And you know what I want you to do at home? I want you guys to work on your plank. So work on your plank. Work on transitioning from this. This is, I want you guys to work on your transition from here. Inhale, exhale, and use your blocks if you need to. Exhale. Inhale halfway up, exhale, and I want you to work on inhale, finding your plank. Find your plank, right? And then exhale into down dog. So that's your homework. Find your plank. And then I'll quiz you next time we have class. Okay, let's go ahead and get ready for Savasana. So take one blanket toward the back of your mat. Go ahead and lay on your backs. Using your blanket as your pillow. And I want you guys to, at first, find a stiff Shavasana. Let's align our body. Find a stiff Savasana. So to find a stiff Savasana, we're finding Samastitihi in the laying down position. Line your body up like you're standing up straight. Flex your feet, bring your feet together, flex your feet. Inner heels, push out just as much as the outer heels, feet together. Find that stiff Savasana, thighs are lifted, inner thighs go to the ground, inner thighs go to the ground. You got a nice comfortable lumbar curve. Good. And shift your flesh part of your shoulder blade. Shift that out from underneath you to help prop your chest up. Relax your bottom ribs. Good. Hands to your sides now. Oh. You guys let go of your stiff Shavasana. I want to see your stiff Shavasana. Do Samastitihi legs for me. I didn't say let it go yet. Find Samastitihi legs. I'm just positioning your body. You have scoliosis? No?
I think so.
Okay. We're going to straighten you out. You need to come see me more often, sir. Your body needs some straightening out. So try to position yourself so you're straight out. So Samastitihi legs. Let me see them. Samastitihi legs. Inner heel pushing up, feet are flexed. Inner heel pushing out just as evenly as the front. Good. Good. Perfect. Inhale here. On your next exhale, relax your legs, let them fall open. This is the time to relax. So I like finding my Savasana with a nice Samastitihi first, and then relaxing into it. So completely let your legs go. Closing your eyes. Focusing on your breath. And right now, we're surrendering. We're observing our breath. We're letting our breath happen naturally. We're watching the breath move. And inhale from our heels, up our legs, into our spine, out the crown of our head. Let your eyes relax and close. Take your mind's eye into your heels, into your big toe, little toe, inner heel, outer heel, your ankles, your shin bones, your knees, the back of your knees, your hamstrings, your inner thighs, the fronts of your thighs, your hip bones, your sit bones, your lower back, your abdomen, your belly button, your bottom ribs, the back of your ribs, your sternum, your collarbone, your trapezius muscles, the base of your neck, the back of your neck, the front of your neck. Your mouth is relaxed. Your tongue is relaxed. Your face is soft. Your eyelids are gentle. Your eyeballs relax into the socket. Your forehead is relaxed. Your head is supported by your blanket. Allow your body to be supported by the earth. Sink into your mat, focusing on your breath, surrendering to where your breath wants to go. On inhale, you see the breath move from your heels, through your legs, up your spine, up the crown of your head. On exhale, the breath moves back down through your body, out your heels. Use this visualization if you need. Following where the breath wants to go in your body. Take a few moments here to surrender your breath, to observe once more Savasana. You can start wiggling your toes and your fingers, coming back into your body. Bend your knees, stepping your foot one at a time, bending your knees. Turning to your right side, keeping your knees bent. turning to your right side and coming into the fetal position. Take a few moments in this position on your right side. On your right side. Resting your head on your pillow. Take a few breaths here. Exhale, put both of your hands on the ground and push up to a seated position with both hands. Come back onto your blanket. You can sit on your blanket if you want, if it's more comfortable. Bringing your hands to your heart center, namaste. Your hands, if you're more comfortable, resting on your knees. Bow your head forward. Be thankful that you made it on your mat today, and I thank you for joining me today. Namaste. Good job, guys.